Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Commerce Compass, where I will be teaching cost accountancy, income tax, statistics and financial accounting. So stay tuned and hit subscribe for more amazing content. Let us start with today's topic, nature and function of cost accounting. So what is cost? Cost may be defined as the amount of expenditure, actual or notional, incurred or attributable to a given thing. So cost is the amount of expenditure. Let us take an example. We want to manufacture this pen. So we have to purchase the material, that is the plastic. We have to incur some form of labor by means of wages, and some direct expenses and some indirect expenses. These are the cost. So cost of an element consists of actual or notional expenditure which is required for production and up to the selling point. What is costing? What is costing? It is the technique or process of cost ascertainment. What is the technique? Technique or types of costing means the manner or way of ascertaining cost. Technique means the manner or way of ascertaining cost. There are so many techniques are used in cost accounting for cost ascertainment, like historical costing, standard costing, marginal costing, direct costing, observation costing. Let us discuss one by one. What is historical cost? Historical cost is the past cost. That cost has actually been incurred. We want to know that cost. This is called post-mortem cost. It is sometimes required to know the actual cost for future decision making. Then comes to standard costing. Standard costing is the setting up of standard, find out the actual, compare the actual cost with the standard setup, note the differences, analysis the causes of differences, and find out the corrective action. This is the standard costing procedure. Now we come to the third one. This is marginal costing. What is marginal cost? We know the marginal cost is the one additional cost of or changing in total cost by producing extra one unit. So marginal costing is the ascertainment of marginal cost and its effects on profit by differentiating fixed and variable cost. This is a decision making process where fixed cost and variable cost are differentiated. This is the marginal cost technique. Both standard costing and marginal costing have been used in advanced costing system in decision making. We will discuss this chapter in details when we learn the advanced costing. Now we come to the direct costing. Under direct costing, all costs charged directly to the operation or process, and indirect costs are charged off against the profit. This is the technique of direct costing. Now we come to observation costing. Under observation costing, all costs without differentiating fixed and variable charged to the operation or process. It is completely opposed to marginal costing. Marginal costing where fixed and variable costs being differentiated, but in observation costing there is no differentiation between fixed and variable cost. Total cost is charged to the process or operation. These are the techniques or process of costing for cost ascertainment. Now we come to the process of costing. Now, process of costing, there are so many process or methods of costing are normally used as per requirement of different types of industries. Process or types of costing means collating and presenting cost depending on the nature of production or services. This is the process or method of costing. Normally, process or methods of costings are like this. One is job costing and another one is process costing. So, under job costing, it is called customer type of costing. It is actually each job is treated as a cost unit, because this is applied to jobbing type of industry where job has been treated as a unit against each customer order. This is used normally for substandard product like printing industries, general engineering, so on. Now, another variation of job costing is the batch costing. Each batch is treated as a cost unit. Cost is ascertained and charged per batch only. So, this is mainly used in pharmaceutical industries where each batch of production of medicine is calculated batch wise. Cost of production is calculated batch wise. This is also applied in garment manufacturing industries, furniture making industries, biscuit manufacturing industries, all these cases where production has been made batch wise and cost unit is considered batch wise. Now we come to the contract costing. This is another form of job costing, but here contract costing is applied in long-term contract. Long-term contract means the contract which completion period is more than 1 year. In case of say shipbuilding industries, in construction of road, in construction of bridge, construction of dam, where more time is required for its completion. And in that case, each contract is treated as a unit, and separate contract account is maintained for each and every contract. This is called contract costing. Now we come to the process costing. Process costing is applied to that type of industries where there is a mass production of homogeneous nature, like oil refinery, chemical industries, textile industries, cement industries, where product of one process is transferred to the other process. That means output of one process is treated as input of another process until and unless finished product is coming out. So this is called process costing. Its main purpose is to find out the average cost of production. This is called process costing. Now there are certain variation of process costing, say composite or multiple costing. Composite or multiple costing is multiple type of costing is used for same product. That means it is in case of manufacturing of some product, several parts are assembled and one product is produced. That is called composite or multiple costing, like in case of bicycle manufacturing, in case of automobile manufacturing, in case of television manufacturing. This is called where composite or multiple costing is applied. Now this is composite costing. Now we come to operating costing. Operating costing is mainly applied to not to manufacturing industry but to service providing industries like railways, hospital, transportation. All these cases operating costing is applied where all these undertakings are provide services. Sometimes it's required to measure the performance of these services and the cost of providing such services. And in that case, composite units are used for measuring the services. Like say in case of transportation, unit used is passenger kilometer. That means cost per passenger per kilometer. Okay, like patient day, per patient per day. Say hotel industry, per customer per day. So this is composite units are used. Let us see the type of industries and the type of costings are used. Different methods of costing applied at per industries. So here are some industries and method of costing applied. So in case of chemical industries, the method of costing or process of costing is applied is process costing. In case of electric light or power supply industries, method of costing applies is operating costing. In case of shipbuilding, it is contract costing. In case of furniture making, it is batch costing. In case of ready-made garment, it is also batch costing. In case of oil refinery, leather, process costing is applied. In case of bicycle manufacturing, it's a multiple costing. And steel manufacturing, it is a process costing. And in railways, it is a operating costing, service type of industry. So different methods of costing applied in some industries as per requirement. Let us come to definition of cost accounting before we coming to discuss cost unit and cost center. Okay. So what is cost accounting? What is cost accounting? We have seen what is cost. Cost is the actual amount or notional amount incurred to a given thing. And what is costing? It is the process or technique of ascertaining cost. And what is cost accounting? Cost accounting is the accounting for cost from the point at which it is incurred or committed to the establishment and its ultimate relation to cost center and cost unit. I repeat, cost accounting is a process for accounting of cost from point of incurrence to the establishment in relation to cost unit and cost center. Okay. To the establishment in relation to cost unit and cost center. What is, say, see the example of cost unit. So, say in case of colliery, cost unit is per ton of coal raised. In case of sugar mills, cost unit is per quintal of sugar produced. In case of brick work, it is not a single brick, it is per thousand brick manufactured, cost of per thousand brick manufactured. In case of paper mill, it is per kg of paper, cost of per kg of paper. In case of chemical, it is per liter or per gallon or per kg or per ton of chemicals. In case of gas manufacturing industry, per cost of per cubic meter. In case of hotel, it is the cost of per guest per night. In case of transport, it is the cost per passenger kilometer, per passenger per kilometer. And in case of power industry, it is per kilowatt hour. So these are the examples of cost unit as per industry. So now you can define it as your own. So cost unit is a unit, cost unit is a unit per cost unit is a unit of product or unit of service or combination of those in relation to cost, okay. It is the cost unit is the smaller subdivision of the product or services to which breakdown of the cost may be indicated. So this is the cost unit. Now we coming to the example of cost center. So cost center may be say at per location, cost center may be department, store yard. In case of person, cost center may be cost may be accumulated. It is maybe salesman, foreman, works manager. In case of item of equipment, cost center may be portable welding machine, welding machine, etc. So cost center may be production cost center like machine shop, welding shop, service cost center like canteen, repairs, maintenance, etc. So cost. So what is the definition of cost center? Now you can define on your own. It is a location or parcel or item of equipment in respect of which cost is incurred and ascertained. Okay. So cost center may be production cost center, service cost center, like this. Now what are the need for cost accounting, or objectives of cost accounting. We have already discussed to know the cost. It is required to know what are the total cost incurred, what is the breakup of cost. Number 2, to control the cost. For cost control, cost accounting is required. Cost accounting interprets and analyzes the cost, control the cost, as such wastage is reduced, idle time is reduced. So idle time of machine. In case of stores received and issued, that is the control. So standard is set up, actual is measured, and variance is analyzed, and corrective action has been taken. For cost controlling purpose, cost accounting is required. Then for determination of selling price. Now in details analysis and adding some profit, the sale price is fixed. Now for formation of policies and decision making. For policy formation and decision making, detailed analysis of cost is also required. In some cases, decision is to be taken whether to buy some item from outside or to manufacture within the factory. That decision, that policy formation, that decision making is helped with the analysis of detailed cost. Formation of policies and decision making, and next is optimum output determination. So what should be the product mix, what should be the channel of distribution, what should be the optimum output so that profit can be maximized. In all these cases, cost accounting is very vital, and it provides the detailed cost analysis and cost of production cost calculation. It helps. So these are the things we have discussed. What is cost? What is costing? What is cost accounting? What is the process and techniques of cost? What is the methods of costing? What is the cost unit? What are the cost centers? And all these. So this is all for this chapter. In the next chapter we will start analysis and classification of cost. Okay, thanks.